Howdy, and welcome to Lee Reads, where I talk about the science fiction and fantasy novels that I've been reading and enjoying lately. Today, we're going to talk about Murderbot. But first, a disclaimer! Despite the name of the series, The Murderbot Diaries, this is not about a character that enjoys going around slaughtering people willy-nilly for no reason. No! There is violence and murder in these stories, but they are not about that. They are about so much more than that. The Murderbot Diaries is a science fiction series that is currently comprised of 4 novellas and 1 novel-length story. The first novella is called All Systems Red, and each story builds upon itself until the novel-length story Network Effect. Our story follows a security unit who is a robot with organic parts that has been hired out by the company that owns it to provide security for a survey team of scientists who are exploring a new planet. Our security bot, who, yes, calls itself Murderbot for reasons that do involve murder, all it really wants to do is be left alone to watch the media and its internal storage in its head. But no, the silly humans insist on doing stupid plans and going out and trying to get themselves killed. The first novella in the series, All Systems Red, follows Murderbot as it is trying to protect its clients, and it becomes increasingly aware that something on the planet that they're surveying is trying to get them killed, but set it up to look like an accident. Murderbot wants to do 2 things: protect its clients and figure out who is trying to get them killed. Okay, a third thing, and stop them from doing that, which sometimes involves killing. So before I really get into what I enjoy so much about the story, I want to give a little bit of context as to the setting. Humanity has spread itself across the stars, colonizing other planets and solar systems, and there is a kind of center part to the galaxy called the Corporation Rim, where different governmental bodies, and the majority of them are corporations, control planetary systems. Corporations, they only really care about money and liability, which is why when people want to go out and survey new planets or do things that might be considered dangerous, kind of for insurance purposes, they're required to hire security to go do that. Humanity itself is not entirely human anymore, in the fact that there are humans and there are augmented humans who have been patched with some technology that enables them to better talk to their computers and have kind of faster thought processing speeds. But even the augmented humans have nothing on the robots like SecUnit, which are stronger, faster. They have their brains are computers, so they think much faster, they can process more data, etc., etc. Corporation always feels like it's very motivated by greed and gathering data that can be sold to the highest bidder. There are governmental bodies and entities that exist outside of the Corporation Rim that don't really agree with those standards. They think that it's not right for entities such as SecUnits to be owned by corporations because they feel like entities like SecUnit are people. It really makes you think about what it means to be human as you're experiencing the story through the eyes of a security unit that is kind of compelled to do its job, and the Corporation Rim doesn't consider it human, it considers it property. That's an overarching kind of message that I get from the series, is to kind of consider what does humanity really mean? Things that I love about the story are, first and foremost, it's written in first person, so you're very much in the SecUnit's head, and it's funny, and it has a very self-deprecating sense of humor. And every time I read these stories, I'll just start laughing because it's funny. On the other hand, though, the emotional connection I have to this robot is kind of amazing, considering that it's a robot that isn't even sure if it's human or, it's complicated. Just read the series. And I think that's just a testament to how well this is written and the language that Martha Wells chooses to use. And even though a lot of it kind of feels technical because you are in a robot's head as it is working with different systems, it's still very human. We have a very interesting perspective because Murderbot often networks with other bots or other sentient beings that are computers. And so sometimes we get really interesting perspective. For example, if it's accessing some security cameras or using drones to be its eyes and ears in places where it is not right now. I think that's a really cool aspect to the story. I also really like how it's kind of focused, in a sense, on scientists and researchers just trying to do what they do. At least the first novella is. Yes, Murderbot often thinks that humans make silly decisions and go off and get themselves killed or try to get themselves killed on accident. However, the human characters in the story aren't just stupid. They are thinking, rational beings, but yet they are still human and they are imperfect, and sometimes they don't make the best decisions. So all in all, I love not just the main character that Martha Wells created, but also its interactions with the other bot characters and its interactions with the other human and augmented human characters. The plot, I think, is very fast-paced. Each novella builds on the previous one. So although the first novella, All Systems Red, is very character focused and you're really focused on kind of Murderbot's immediate problems, the story opens up with each novella and we're starting to kind of investigate something that happened to Murderbot in the past and why it calls itself Murderbot and how that ties in with what's going on with its humans in the present. If you just picked up Network Effect, I think that Martha Wells has written it in a way that you will still understand what's going on. And if there are allusions to things that happened previously, there's enough kind of context there for you to figure it out. But I would highly recommend reading the 4 previous novellas before reading the novel, just so you have a lot deeper context with the relationship that Murderbot has with these human characters, which drives a lot of its decision making, and also kind of this unfolding issue with the world building that may be kind of driving why the corporations are doing what they're doing. They really do build on each other and expand. And if you start now, you should have time to finish the series before the next novella comes out at the end of April. I just want to read a little bit of chapter 1 of the novel. It just gives you a sense of the writing style, and I love it so much. I've had clients who thought they needed an absurd level of security. And I'm talking absurd even by my standards, and my code was developed by a Bond company known for intense xenophobic paranoia, tempered only by desperate greed. I've also had clients who thought they didn't need any security at all, right up until something ate them. That's mostly a metaphor. My uneaten client stat is high. Dr. Arata, who is what her marital partner Oversea calls a terminal optimist, was somewhere in the comfortable middle zone. Dr. Tiago was firmly in the let's investigate the dark cave without that pesky sec unit group, which was why Arata was pressed against the wall next to the hatch to the open observation deck with her palms sweating on the stock of a projectile weapon, and Tiago was standing out on said observation deck trying to reason with a potential target. That's potential, per the earlier conversation where Dr. Arata said, "Oh, sec unit, I wish you wouldn't call people targets," and Tiago had given me the look that usually means it just wants an excuse to kill someone. But then that was before the potential targets started to brandish their own large projectile weapon collection. Anyway, those are the kinds of things I think about while I'm swimming under a raider vessel that's attempting to board our sea research facility. You might have gleaned from that there's a lot of parentheticals, kind of Murderbot talking to you throughout the story. I just highly enjoy it. I really recommend at least giving All Systems Red, the first novella, a chance. It's just such a joy. So I think that's enough rambling for now. I really hope that you check out these series. If you love Murderbot, or if you have questions about Murderbot, please chat with me down below in the comments. I would love to talk about the series with you. In the meantime, please give this video a like and subscribe to my channel to see more bookish content from me in the future. And don't forget to support your local library. Thanks!